What is going on, Numbers Nation? I guess that would make you digits. And if you're a girl, that would make you digits, apparently. Anyway, I'm JT, Mr. Midwest, coming at you from Studio 8C. Wanted to remind you guys that there is not going to be any BSing with the guys tonight, as my boy Tones and myself are going to be in Florida for a conference. So, no live show tonight. However, it is about 3 a.m. Maybe I'm trying to talk a little quietly here in the studio, but September 21st, 3 a.m. And I did just finish up looking at every single NFL game and making the Mr. Midwest lines for each one of those. So I wanted to get those out to you guys because I know that some of you use those in your handicapping for the weekend. Also, through the marvel of modern technology, our top picks are going to be at the end of this video, which I'm going to do from Florida. The guys are supposed to get me their picks, and I will put those at the end of this video as well. So part of the video in Studio 8C, part of the video from sunny, warm Florida. That's what's happening. First of all, a couple shout outs. My boy D-Dub, great week last week, almost 5 units. Our guest last week, Dale Dub, almost 5 units as well. They both crushed it. Richie Rich and I, we went 3 and 3, and my boy Tones went 2 and 4 last week. So let me put these numbers up on the screen. Okay, and here we go. Richie down 2.9 units, 4.68%. D-Dub down 7.65 units, 12.53% down. However, great week last week. He's on the right track, so keep it up there. D-Dub. My boy Tones down 7.70 units, 13.74%. Yours truly, JT, plus 1.46 units, up 2.62%. And for the group, down 16.78 units, or 7.11%. Something to keep in mind, though, we are plus 9.67 units for NFL this year. So not too bad there on the NFL. Don't want to talk about college, but NFL, I think we've done pretty well. Let's go ahead and take a look at what's happening this week in the NFL. All right, here we go. We got Danny Jones and Saquon going in to take on Brock and Christian over at Levi Stadium. That's going to be the Thursday night game. I believe it's on Amazon Prime Video. 8:15 p.m. is the kick. You got your 49ers minus 558 on the money line. The Giants plus 422. 49ers laying 10 at home. And 45.5 is your total. My lines came to 49ers minus 422. And by the way, when you see this, when it says minus 422, that means the other team should be plus 422. If you remember, we talked about this several episodes ago, but those are just probabilities that have been translated over to numbers, to money lines. So those numbers would have to be equal in order to equal 100% probability. So just a quick note there. So minus 422 would be the 49ers. Plus 422 would be the Giants. In fact, that is the money line for the Giants as of, I guess it would be last night by the time you guys are watching this. But minus 9.4, 49ers are what I came to, and 43.5 there was my estimated total. Next, we got the Chargers visiting U.S. Bank Stadium against the Vikings. That's a 1 o'clock game on Sunday. Vikings money line minus 109, Chargers minus 108. I got it as a pick 'em, and totals 54. My line minus 106, pick 'em 54.5 there. We've got the Titans and the Chubless Browns. Boy, that was terrible, eh? Yeah, 1 o'clock. Sunday, Browns minus 174, Titans plus 147. Browns laying 3.5. Totals are 40. I got, for the Midwest model lines, Browns minus 225, laying 4.3, and 45.1 as your total there. Moving on, TIAA Bank Field, the Texans and the Jags. Jags minus 414 on the money line. Texans plus 329. Jags laying 9.5. 44 is your total. My numbers came to Jaguars minus 414. Should be laying 9 and 43.1 on the total. Pretty close to what the actual numbers are. Pats at Jets at MetLife. That's a 1 o'clock game. Jets plus 126. Pats minus 148. Jets getting 3 at home. You got your home dog there. 37 is the total. Now, my numbers on this came to the Jets minus 126, so they're plus 126. I got a minus 126. There would be some value there if you like my lines. Also, I have them as a pick 'em, and the Jets are getting 3. My total came to 37.8. That's pretty much right on there. So, yeah, you may want to look at those as far as taking the Jets in this particular situation. You got Derek Carr. God, my least favorite quarterback in the entire NFL. Against the no love lost for Jordan Love. Lambeau, here we go. Packers minus 127. Saints plus 109. Packers are laying 2 at home. Totals 42.5. The model line, minus 123 for the money line. Laying 2.4 should be the Packers, are laying 2, so nothing there. And my total comes quite a bit lower at 37.9. The line as of a little bit ago, 42.5 on the total. We've got the Broncos coming in to the Tuified. I think he's still playing. He's not hurt yet. The Tuified Dolphins at Hard Rock. Dolphins money line minus 285. Broncos plus 235. Dolphins laying 6.5 with 48 as a total. The Midwest line minus 233 for the money line. I had the Dolphins laying 6.4, which is right where it's at. However, my total is quite a bit lower at 41.2 versus the current line of 48. This one should be a pretty interesting game. The Bills at the Sam Howell-led Commanders. That's right. FedEx Field. Commanders plus 236. Bills minus 287 on the money line. Commanders getting 6.5 at home. Total is 43.5. My numbers, plus 244 for the Commanders on the money line. They should be getting 5. They're actually getting 6.5. And then the total again here, I'd be on the under at 39.4. Falcons at the Lions. Ford Field, 1 o'clock Sunday. Hype train? I don't know. Are we still on it after last week? It's a good question. Lions minus 169. Falcons plus 144 is your money line. Spread minus 3. The Lions are laying. Totals 46.5. My model, minus 165 should be the Lions on the money line. That's pretty much spot on. Minus 4. Lions should be laying 4. They're laying 3. And 48 for your total. Now, we're not sure on this one as of right now if we're going to have Minshew or Richardson at QB for the Colts, but you got the Colts at the Ravens. Ravens money line minus 363. Colts plus 292. Ravens laying 7.5. 45 is your total. My numbers, minus 399 money line for the Ravens. Ravens laying 7.5, exactly where it is. And then, again, another potential under here, 39.2 for a total. Lumen Field, Bryce Too Small Young meets Geno. Panthers at the Seahawks. Seahawks minus 148 on the money line. Panthers plus 206. Seahawks laying 6 at home. 42 is your total. My numbers came to Seahawks minus 235 money line, laying 5.1 and 42.5 as a total. Almost spot on there. Nothing really of interest to me anyway on this particular one. We've got the Cardinals, and like a good neighbor, the Cowboys coming into State Farm. Cowboys at the Cardinals. It's a 425 game, by the way. Cardinals plus 495 on the money line. Cowboys minus 667. Cardinals getting 12 at home with 43 as a total. My numbers here, Cardinals plus 604. Nothing doing on the money line. They should be getting, I'll call it 10. They're getting 12. Again, nothing too exciting there. And then 41.9 for your total. Moving on to the Bears and the Chiefs. Bears and the Chiefs over at Arrowhead. Chiefs minus 741 rather on the money line. Chiefs plus 534. Chiefs laying 12.5 with 47 as your total. The Midwest model line, Chiefs minus 576 should be laying 12 and 45.9 would be your total there. Sunday Night Football, Allegiant Stadium, Steelers at the Raiders. That's going to be an 8:20 kickoff. NBC, I believe that is. Raiders minus 137, Steelers plus 117. Spread, Raiders laying 2.5 with 43 as your total. As far as my line goes on this, I came up with the Raiders should be even money. And you can get the Steelers at plus 117. So that would make sense there. So the Steelers should also be even money if the Raiders are even money. So plus 117, a little value there on the Steelers according to my line. Raiders should be laying 1.3 with 45.9 as your total. Eagles, Buccaneers. Eagles and Buccaneers. Raymond James Field. Here we go. 7:15 p.m. This is Monday Night Football, the first of two games. Buccaneers plus 186. Eagles minus 221. Buccaneers getting 5 at home against the Eagles with 46 as a total. My line came to 232, plus 232 for the Buccaneers, plus 5.3 as far as the margin or the spread goes, and 46.9 as a total. Nothing really of interest there. And finally, number 16, Monday night, 8:15 p.m., the Rams at the possibly Burrowless Bengals. And I think the line reflects the possible Burrowless outcome here. You got the Bengals on the money line, minus 140, Rams plus 120. Bengals only laying 2.5 at home against the Rams with a 44 for the total. My line doesn't fully reflect either outcome there. So if right now I got the Bengals minus 5.1. If Burrow were to play, I think they should be laying a little bit more. If he doesn't play, they should be laying a little bit less. So keep that in mind. Right now, the Midwest model line, Bengals minus 181 money line, minus 5.1 again for the margin or for the spread, and then 41.5 for the total. As of right now, I probably would stay away from this until I figure out exactly what's happening with Joe Burrow on this. So that's where we're at. Well, folks, that is every single Week 3 NFL game. Hope you found that somewhat beneficial. Also, by the way, tonight, beer of choice, we got Centennial IPA from Founders. I believe it's 7.2 ABV. 7.2? Yeah, 7.2 is the ABV. A quality American-style IPA. And I'm going to give that a 4. I would definitely buy it. I would definitely buy it without hesitation. So that's going to be a 4 for me. And probably going to be a couple more beers in my travels. So maybe there'll be one more quick beer shout out as we make our way to Florida, which next time you see me, that's where I'll be. Okay, we made it. Here we are, sunny Florida. By the way, that beer you saw in the interlude, that was Saugatuck Brewing Company's Neapolitan Milk Stout, 6% ABV on that. That was on a nitro tap at the airport, and I would drive across town for that shit. Perfect 5. Great beer, had a little bit of strawberry, a little bit of, it was a milk stout, so you kind of get that milky, creamy taste, as well as chocolate notes. Great. It was awesome. Okay. These are the top picks. The guys got them over to me rather. Here's what we got. Everybody but Tones. Tones was too busy in meetings today to be fucking around with sports picks, but that's okay. All right, here's D-Dubs. He's got the Lions minus 3.5. That's going to be at DraftKings Sunday, 1 o'clock game. He's got Central Florida at Kansas State. He's taking Central Florida money line. It's going to be plus 175, 1 unit on that. He's also got the Raiders money line at minus 130. Steelers at Raiders. That's going to be 8:20. That is Sunday game. Sunday game, 8:20. He's got Christian McCaffrey. That's this tonight. Niners at Giants. Actually, it's Giants at Niners. That's okay, though. Over 79.5 rushing yards. Got that at FanDuel, minus 110, 1 unit. He's got a little teaser here. Jags laying at 2.5. Vikings plus 7.5. That is going to be minus 134 at FanDuel. at FanDuel. So that's a parlay. Put those together. Beavers money line over. Wait, what does he got here? Beavers money line over WSU Cougs with Detroit Lions to win. Okay, so basically he's got the Beavers parlayed with the Lions plus 168. Interesting play. 1 unit there. 1 unit there. Okay, Richie Rich. We got James Madison. James Madison at Utah State. Saturday, 8 o'clock. James Madison, minus 6.5 is Richie's picks. That's a DraftKings minus 110. We've got Virginia Tech at Marshall. He's taking Marshall, minus 5 at DraftKings. 1 unit there, minus 108. He's got BYU at Kansas. He's taken the Book of Mormon, which I'm assuming that's going to be BYU, plus 8.5, minus 110. By the way, the Marshall was minus 108. I don't know if I said that or not. We've got, that's it for Richie. That looks like that's it for Richie. Okay, I have a teaser, 10-point teaser. Now this, it's minus 120 at Golden Nugget. You can put it at DraftKings also at minus 120. The difference is, now keep in mind that Golden Nugget is owned by DraftKings, so the odds are the same. Difference being pushes on a 10-point teaser at DK lose. Golden Nugget pushes void the bet. So think about that. Same odds. If you push on one of these, you will just get your money back at Nugget versus losing the bet at DraftKings. Make sure you're looking at your house rules, especially for things like teasers and parlays. Make sure you're looking at your house rules because that can make a big difference. It's the same price, but a hell of an advantage, as much as I hate to say it, at Nugget over DK. So here we go. We got 49ers minus half a point, Rams plus 12.5, Steelers plus 12.5. Those were both teased up from 2.5. And the 49ers were teased down from 10.5, minus 120. I'm putting 3 units on this. This just, I can't believe that this one wouldn't come home. So you could call that a jam at home. I know Richie's got the ram at home. I'd call that a jam at home. 49ers minus a half. Rams plus 12.5. Steelers plus 12.5 at Golden Nugget. God, they suck, but I have to do it. Minus 120. All right, then we got Broncos at Dolphins. I'm going under the 48.5 there. That's at DraftKings minus 110. CeeDee Lamb over 69.5 receiving yards. Cowboys at Cardinals, that is. That's minus 115. Got that one at Barstool. And then Mike Williams also over his receiving yards. Chargers and Vikings minus 114. Got it at FanDuel. Tones never got me his picks. Too bad for him. We'll see ya. Thank you for watching.